Victoria, what are we doing in a TV studio? You haven't got a new single coming out, have you?
David, we are starting a new career.
But I don't need a new career. I've got the World Cup coming up in Korea.
Listen, when you hear about the new job I've got us, you won't give a Kylie about the World Cup.
What is it then?
We have been asked to guest present a TV show.
What? Well, why didn't you tell me?
Hi there, I'm Steve, the floor manager. Just to let you know, we'll be on air in 5 minutes.
But we don't know what to say yet.
No worries, Tigers. All you need to do is read the auto cue.
Auto cue?
Read.
Thanks, Sharon.
Yeah, Pauline. Have a word with your Martin, will ya? He's been giving me lip.
See, that's out of order.
Well, I don't see what it's got to do with you.
Yeah, don't have a go at Jim. That's out of order.
Well, he's out of order.
It's your Martin who's out of order. Typical Fowler.
Here, that's well out of order.
Got any change for the cigarette machine, darling?
It's out of order.
Out of order?
No, that is out of order.
Right, we're almost down to cash and carry.
And why is that?
Well, we haven't got enough snacks for this party tonight.
Well, you know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, we're out of hors d'oeuvres.
And how did you let that happen, you muppet?
Hey, that's right out of order.
Well, think if I know don't everything, why have do I?
Hey, Sharon.
What?
Your words.
Yeah.
They're out of order.
David, why has it gone so quiet? Good morning.
Morning.
And welcome to our very special edition of Every Morning with me, Victoria Beckham.
And me, David. And me, David. Welcome to the show.
David, cheer up.
Well, I'm supposed to be trained, and if Alex Ferguson sees me doing this, he'll kill me. I told him Brooklyn had lost a tooth.
David, just go.
All right. So, let's have a look at this morning's menu.
Not for me, thank you. I've already had my Frosties.
It means what's coming up on the show, Victoria.
Joke, I was making a joke.
All right. At 10:30, encourage your creepers. Arthur Henshaw shows us how to make the most of our garden in his green DIY slot.
DIY? What's DIY?
Do it yourself.
Well, why don't they just get someone in?
I'm only reading what it says.
Right. 10:45, fashion on a shoestring. Shouldn't that be G-string?
11:05, too ugly to leave the house.
Oh, what a thought.
Ah, does seem incredible, doesn't it? Anyway. Too ugly to leave the house is our phone in.
Give us a call if you're hideous to look at. And chat with us and our resident councillor, Barbara Pym. Mind you, I don't know how she's going to help. She's no looker, is she?
No, but to be fair, she has left the house.
That is true. And at 11:25, it's our celebrity interview. And joining us on the couch this morning is Nasser Hussain. Nasser Hussain?
He's captain of the England cricket team.
Oh, I think cricket's a stupid sport.
Why?
Well, they've got this huge, great big green lush pitch, yeah? And then they choose to play in this tiny parkish bit in the middle. It's a sort of waste of space, isn't it? Because they could play lots of games at the same time. Or rent it out for arable farmland.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what's in store.
I don't like cricket. I like crickets, though. If I was a cricket, I'd rub my little legs together all day long and make that funny noise.
Yeah, well, maybe you'd get a hit single that way.
So, lots coming up. Stay tuned.
You might get a hit single that way and all. Joke.
I'm Professor Robert Winston. Welcome to Child of Our Time, the programme that asks important and hitherto unasked questions. Questions like, where does intelligence come from? Is intelligence in the genes? And why do I look exactly like Groucho Marx?
Hi,
Mrs. Claypool. So nice to meet you. Hello, my good woman. So, jeans, eh? Can they really shape us that much? Well, I suppose it depends how tight they are, doesn't it? Don't answer that.
This is a film about me, Louis Potter. For the first 10 years of my life, I was kept locked in a cupboard under the stairs by my adopted parents, Neil and Christine Hamilton.
Come on, Louis. Hands on the sun, stand off.
Neil!
Yep.
Wake up, Louis! You lazy little boy, wake up!
You're shouting, Auntie Christine. Is that a thing you do? Do you always shout? Do you need more wine?
Stop asking questions, Louis Potter! I don't know why we agreed to look after that boy. I really don't.
Oh, because you fancied him.
That's nonsense on stilts, and there's something weird about him with his constant questioning. And why aren't you eating your breakfast?
Oh, I can't get the top off my eggy weggy. I've got such a hungry tummy.
Here.
Oh, well done, Batmax. It, not you.
Look, a letter. A letter for me. With my name on it.
That's not for you. Who'd send letters to you?
Well, Jimmy Savile might, maybe.
If it's a brown envelope, it must be for me.
Neil, just stop these dreadful jokes.
Life was pretty miserable for me. But then, on the night of my 11th birthday...
Sorry about that. Congratulations, Louis. You've been accepted as a pupil at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft, Wizardry and Investigative Interviewing.
Me? Why me?
You're special, Louis. With your mixture of pretend naivety and seemingly innocuous questions, you have the power to extract highly personal information.
How does that make you feel?
I'm secretly gay. Shouldn't have said that. See the power you have?
So what do I do now?
Tomorrow morning you must go to King's Cross, platform 9 3/4, where you catch the Hogwarts Express.
And that'll whisk me to my new school?
Well, it'll take you as far as Hogwarts East, where there's engineering work, so you'll need to transfer to the Hogwarts replacement bus service. Bye for now.
Wow. The very next day, I was on the Hogwarts Express, where I met 2 other pupils. Hi, I'm Louis Potter. Who are you?
I'm Ron Robinson.
Hello, Ron Robinson.
I'm Nigella.
Nigella? Isn't that just like a boy's name, but with a kind of a at the end?
I had a very arrogant father.
Right, and you're a wizard?
Oh, in the occasion, yeah.
Yeah? And Ron, you're like a witch?
So they say.
Do you do spells? Is that a thing you do? What are your best spells?
Well, I can conjure up a simply sumptuous 3-course dinner out of a tin of anchovies and some Dairy Lee triangles. I mean, just how impressive is that?
Wow, that's very impressive. And Ron, do you do any culinary magic?
Well, I can curdle milk.
Really? What spell do you use for that?
I just look at it.
Sven, we thought it was going to be tough, but at the end of the day, it was as easy as shelling peas, wasn't it?
As easy as shelling peas, Gary.
Yeah.
Is this again where you say one thing but mean another?
No, it's just an expression.
But I don't see how it is easy to shell peas. Surely it would be easier to buy frozen peas, already shelled.
Well, maybe it would be nowadays, but when that phrase was...
Or even to eat mange tout, where you just eat everything.
Yeah, all right.
And there is no shelling involved at any stage by anybody, ever.
Yeah, look, Sven, can we just get back to the game, please?
Yes, sorry, Gary.
Right. All I wanted to say was it was quite an easy match for you tonight, wasn't it?
No, actually, it was quite difficult.
Really?
As difficult, perhaps, as shelling peas when you could buy them already frozen.
Last summer, Helen Adams and Paul Clark appeared on Big Brother and became famous for being able to be alive. Since the end of the programme, they've continued being alive, but have been being alive together. Now we want them to help us in a social experiment, which may tell us a lot about the world of instant fame. Could they live without their brains?
Well, they just, like, asked me if it was something that I wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? I was just like... Do you know what I mean?
So, it's something you're happy to do?
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, it's going to be totally weird. Do you know what I mean? But, I mean, got to, ain't ya?
Why? Why do you say got to?
Well, I mean, you know, your brain is, like, just so mega important, yeah? And so, to live without your brain, you know, it's going to be like having an arm cut off or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, what are you doing? You're doing an interview, aren't you? And why aren't you talking to me? Talk to me, talk to me. I'm a TV star.
How do you think it's going to be, Helen?
Whoa. How's what going to be?
Living without a brain?
Oh, my... Brilliant! I think it's going to be brilliant. I can't wait for it. Because I gave up drinking once and it was ace. So I reckon it's going to be a right laugh. Won't it?
Yeah. And you know what? As long as I wear my Paul Clark, it's okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
hey.
But the thing is, do you think I'll spoil my hair?
No.
Because, like, your brain, right? It's in your head, isn't it? And that's quite near your hair.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, if your brain's not in there, do you know what I mean? You'll have more room in your head, yeah, for your hair to be in, won't you? So it might even come out, like, less flat, do you know what I mean?
The operation to remove their brains is performed by a top Dutch surgeon who will also monitor Paul and Helen when they try and live without their brains. A week after the operation, and the pair are allowed home.
It's cold out there, doesn't it, Paul Clark?
Yeah. Wow, it's windy, isn't it?
It is windy, yeah.
Trees are moving.
They should cut down those trees, I reckon.
Why?
Well, then it wouldn't be so windy, would it?
What are you on about, H?
Well, when the trees move around like that, it makes the wind, doesn't it?
They don't make the wind. Trees, they don't make it. The wind moves the trees, doesn't it?
Don't be stupid. Where does the wind come from if the trees don't make a thin air?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, isn't it? Wind, it's thin air.
No, it isn't. It's the trees, isn't it? It's the trees that causes the trees, because the trees, right, they move around like that, don't it? And then that's how it gets windy. That's why it's windy in Wales, because they got more trees there. But you wouldn't know about that, would you?
Trees don't make the wind!
They do it. Show it off.
How have you found it, Helen?
What?
Living without your brain?
Oh, do you know what? I forget, actually. My head feels lighter, do you know what I mean? But that's nice. And when I got on the scales, I'd lost nearly half a stone. It's brilliant. I couldn't believe it.
Paul, how are you coping?
Oh, it's just totally weird. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, at first, yeah, it was like no different. Do you know what I mean? But now it's like still no different. Do you know what I mean?
Are there any times when you miss it?
What?
Your brain?
Oh, are there any times when I miss it? I think sometimes when I'm eating, do you know what I mean? It's like nice to have it on in the background, and maybe when I'm getting ready to go out, you know, because sometimes it could even like help me decide what to wear. Do you know what I mean? But otherwise.
So you think it's possible to live without your brain?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah, because I've lost nearly half a stone, haven't I, Paul Clark?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when all's said and done, you look at it from every angle. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think, you know, even with, like, speaking, do you know what I mean? You just don't need it, you know? You can just put together a load of cliches, to be fair, at the end of the day. I just don't think you need it, to be honest with you. Not in this day and age.
So if I offered each of you your brain back...
Wouldn't want it.
I've lost nearly half a stone.
All right, Lynn, this better be good.
You took your time, didn't you?
Well, I'm here now, ain't I?
So Nan told you I was in trouble, yeah?
Yeah, so, come on, what is it?
It's me arms. I
can't unfold them.
What are you talking about, you silly cat?
I don't know how it happened. I must have just been standing like this for too long or something.
Shall I go and get Dad?
Oh, Dad mustn't know.
Well, shall I go and get Dr. Truman then?
Well, do you think he'll be able to help?
Well, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
What's better than nothing?
Oh, nothing, Jim, all right.
Yeah, what's the matter with your arms?
What's the matter with those arms? Oh, yeah, that happens to me in the laundrette sometimes. I fold my arms and then they... Oh, no, it's happened to me now and all.
Right. Oh. Get your arms up and I want to get hurt.
And finally, we have Lisa in a simply stunning trouser suit from Etam.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And the whole ensemble comes in at only $44.99. It's like Gucci on a budget.
Sorry?
Budget.
Budgie.
Budget, as in limited funds.
Sorry.
I think it's when you have to watch what you spend. Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, you know, actually, that's quite a good idea, because what you save on the suit, you could spend on the jewellery.
Yes.
Because a Theo Fennell diamond choker would set that suit off a treat, wouldn't it, babe?
Well, might help a bit.
So, that's a great tip for all of you out there. And a very, very big thank you, Petra. And also a very big thank you to our very brave models for appearing on live television in non-designer clothes.
Yeah, thanks, brave models. Anyway, we'll be back after the break with something else. I'm just going to go to the toilet.
Do you know where it is, babe?
Yeah, it's in my trousers.
When I arrived at Hogwarts, I was immediately put into the Quidditch team. So, Professor Lawrenson, Quidditch sounds great, is it?
Sport? Hey, it's all just occupational therapy, isn't it, to take our minds off the futility of our lives?
That's a bit negative, isn't it?
I used to be more philosophical, you know, but...
What happened?
I used to be the earner of the Philosopher's Scone.
The Philosopher's Scone? Wow! What does that do?
It's a powerful tea-time cake that reveals all the mysteries of the whole universe.
The whole universe?
The whole universe.
It can tell you everything?
Yeah.
Even why Ruby Wax gets to do so many programs on TV?
No one knows that, Louis. No one knows that.
So what happened to the Philosopher's Scone, Mark?
It was stolen from me.
Wow. Stolen. The next day, I told Nigella and Ron Robinson all about the mystery of the Philosopher's Scone.
Welcome, first years. This is your potions class. Mr. Potter, our new celebrity. Rumour has it you have tremendous powers as an investigative interviewer.
And how does that make you feel?
I'm secretly a woman. The rumours about you were true.
That was bloody brilliant.
Awesome.
Quiet. Today, we will be brewing a potion that has the capacity to induce paralysis. I call it Tenant's Extra. Now, if you'd be so kind as to turn to page 15 in your bumper Paul Daniels magic book, opposite the picture of the lovely Debbie McGee.
How come Professor Alan Rickman doesn't open his mouth when he's talking? It's like he's a ventriloquist.
Who's an enlarged epiglottis short of an open throat?
Yes.
Whose teeth are tighter than something tight?
Some people aren't listening. I should clearly have to say that last sentence again, but this time while drinking a glass of water. if you would be so kind as to turn to page 15 in your bumper for Daniel's Book of Magic.
So, you noticed his strange mouth then? Well, there's a mystery for you to solve, my boy.
But why don't you solve it? Because you're Cracker, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm Haggard, keeper of...
Yes, you are. I've seen you.
All right, Louis, strictly between you and me. I hear tell that he tried to eat the philosopher's scone.
Scone?
Scone. But it became lodged behind his back teeth.
So even though he can't talk properly, he knows, like, everything in the whole universe?
That's right, boy.
Even why Ruby Wax?
No, Louis. No one knows that.
Hello and welcome to Film 2002. As ever, I've been watching sneak preview tapes of all the latest cinematic releases. Sounds glamorous, doesn't it? Seeing films before they're released. But I miss cinemas. I haven't been to a cinema since 1996. You see, friends, I miss having someone to share a hanky with at a Meg Ryan movie, someone to laugh with at an Adam Sandler flick, someone to walk out of the latest Jackie Chan catastrophe with. But all the films in the cinemas, I can't go with my lovely wife, Jane. I've already seen them. I'm like the prophetess Cassandra. I know the future, but I can do nothing about it. And on top of that, we're on so blinking late, no one hears what I've got to say about these films anyway. Put me on earlier!
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Now, coming up, we'll be focusing on the environment when we talk to Sting and his wife, Trudy Styler.
So we're not like Sting and Trudy, are we?
Well, no, because Trudy's terrible at football and Sting's a really good singer, so you could say that we was the complete...
David!
It's a joke. Trudy's not bad at football. Joke.
No, what I mean is, right, that Sting and Trudy, they're always sort of raising awareness about our need to save the planet, right? And I just can't help thinking, you know, we should be holding placards, you know, and campaigning for things that we hold dear, like stopping animal testing and Frankenstein foods. I mean, I don't want to see little chickens running around with bolts through their necks.
It's all right, that's not what Frankenstein foods means.
You know, I want a better life for Brooklyn.
Well, stop dressing them in tartan suits, then.
David, you can't imagine what the world will become. A grim place, grey and choking on its own filth.
Victoria, I do play in Manchester every other week.
And then there are all those greenhouse gases, you know, and we should be campaigning against them. In fact, give us a call if you think there are too many greenhouses emitting bad gases.
That's not what that means.
David, future people are in danger because of the selfishness of our tomato growers. We should get people to smash these evil greenhouses.
It's nothing to do with the greenhouses.
Well, anyway, I think I would be very good at saving the planet, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, because all the leaflets say that you have to be interested in conversation, and I love talking.
It's conservation, not conversation. Manchester City. Back after this.
I had to get the philosopher's scone back to Mark Lawrenson, so I enlisted the help of Nigella and Ron. So you're putting things in a pot. Are they ingredients? Is this a cooking spell?
What I'm doing is putting in tongue of bat and toe of dog and just a sprinkling of unicorn blood. If you haven't got unicorn blood, you can always use sun-dried troll spit.
And what will that do?
It'll either get Alan Rickman to admit to his crime or vomit up the philosopher's scone.
You mean you're not sure what it'll do?
So, who's a shrew's ear short of a proper potion?
Who's Ronus Robinsonum temporalus silentium?
We put some of the potion into Alan Rickman's tea and waited.
Well, somebody broke into the library tonight. Oh. They've stolen the sequel.
It hasn't worked. He still isn't moving his mouth.
Okay, Ron, I think maybe only you can help us now.
Yes, for all of us. Robinson, what do you want, boy? No, not the wink.
Stop that scare!
on that broomstick, isn't he?
So brilliant. Zigzagging in between the chimneys and looping loop.
He's got it! But now I must return it to Professor Lawrenson. I wonder where he could be, though.
Oh, he'll be in the secret dungeon. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Maybe Mark Lawrenson would now be able to put the Philosopher's Stone to proper use once more. Professor Lawrenson? Professor Lawrenson! Mark, I've got the Philosopher's Stone!
Hey. That's great.
But what are you doing down here? It's an awful, cold and evil place.
This is where we think up the jokes, but they think it's all over.
But do they think it's all over?
No, but I do, Louis.
Who said that?
Over here.
Gary Lineker! What are you doing on the back of Mark Lawrenson's head?
I wanted the scone, Louis.
So you tricked me into believing that you were Mark Lawrenson?
Yeah. After all, who'd suspect poor, baggy-eyed Mark?
Wow. So if you, eat the scone?
I, too, will talk like Alan Rickman and have a glittering film career.
No more silly crisp ads?
Well, if they ask.
So now you'll know everything in the whole universe?
Yes, Louis Potter. Everything.
Even why Ruby waxed?
No. No one knows that, Louis. No one knows that.
It's always seemed a little unfair to me that drivers are penalised at every turn. Not only for paltry offences like speeding or shooting red lights, but for even smaller things like driving while opening a bar of chocolate or putting on a CD. The driver is, as ever, the victim. And yet, in countless documentaries and even in programs like this one, you'll see people quite happily driving while talking to a camera. And it's all legal. I've never heard of one prosecution, even though the evidence is quite clearly on camera. And yet what could be more dangerous or distracting than driving?
David, you've got to help me.
What is it?
I can't decide what to wear.
Oh. What was you thinking of wearing?
The Dolce & Gabbana and the Jimmy Choo shoes.
No.
All right. What about the Versace?
No.
Gucci.
Didn't you wear that once last year?
Gosh, yeah, I did. Good point. Well, what then?
Stella McCartney halter neck.
That's a good idea. Now, I must say, David, it's very useful you knowing everything about everything these days.
Yeah. So, where are we going anyway?
Home?
Oh, right. Am I all right in this?
Well, as long as you stay in the kitchen, because it'll clash with the front room.
I'm Lord Robert Winston. I am very winsome. I look like Groucho Marx. I buy my shoes at Clark's, because I'm Lord Robert Winston.